And we are rolling. Welcome back to Quiztastic, people. How has your week been? What have you been up to? How's life? Big shout out to Keep Me Forever, the Hudson Homes, the Hudsons, Mary Louise and Mark Hudson, legends. Big shout out to Lindsay and a big shout out to Leon and Susie in Andover. How's it going, people? Hope all is well. Time to get quizzical. It's a fun quiz. It's time to get the brain cells pumping. It's nice and easy to spice up your life. And very lastly, also, if anybody wants my services and if you want to do maybe a Zoom quiz live, reach out to me. You know where to find me. Let's get cracking. First section is going to be geography. I've got some spicy questions. Get your pens and papers ready. Here we go. First category is geography. Question number 1. What continent has the most countries in it? What a question, eh? What a one to get you started. What continent has the most countries in it? I'm looking for a continent, okay? Question number 2 in geography. What is the only country in the world that you find pandas living in the wild? Okay? What is the only country in the world that you find pandas living in the wild? We all have pandas. Big shout out to the Panda Massive. Moving on to question number 3 in geography. What is the largest city in Brazil? Oh, What is the largest city in Brazil? I'll give you a clue. Is it Sao Paulo or is it Rio de Janeiro? Okay, ooh, spicy question. This is what I'm on about. This is the spice that you get, people. What is the largest city in Brazil? Is it Sao Paulo or Rio de Janeiro? That's question number 3. Moving on to the last question of the category. The last question of the category. It's a multi-answer question. And whenever it's a multi-answer question, we give you some lovely, zesty music to get those brain cells pumping. You've got 30 seconds. And again, it's a top question, people. I am blowing my own trumpet here, but this is a humdinger. Humdinger. Name me 3 countries in Europe. 3 countries in Europe that start with the letter M for mouse. Yeah. Name me 3 countries in Europe, only Europe, that start with the letter M. For all the ones who want to be cocky, there's actually 5, I believe. There's 5. Time out. That was the end of geography. Geography, get out of here. It's now something else, and it's a new addition to the quiz, which people love. I know you've been dying for this one. It's the spelling round. Spelling, 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 spelling round, spelling round, spelling, 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 spelling round, spelling round. The spelling round, people, listen up very carefully. It's a bit of a cheeky word. I mean, this video is normally for kids, so it's a little bit on the edge, but it's a good word that we all should know how to spell. And we all experience this once in our lives, or many times. How do you spell the word diarrhea? That's right, I said it. How do you spell the word diarrhea? Big shout out to Geraldine Fortner. She used to always quiz me on this word. So spelling time, the word is diarrhea. Bit on the bone, but how do you spell it, people? Get your pens and papers, think. The next category is general knowledge. Question 1, general knowledge. How many strings does a violin have? How many strings does a standard violin have? That's question number 1. Question number 2, top question this as well. In a standard pack of cards, playing cards, in a standard pack, what king does not have a beard? Huh? Did you know that? Most kings have beards, but there's one king. What suit? I'm looking for a suit. Which king does not have a beard in a standard pack of playing cards, okay? So I'm looking for what suit, okay? Moving on to question number 3 in general knowledge. How many legs does a butterfly have? Nice little easy one for you. Butterflies, we all love butterflies. We all love them. How many legs does a butterfly have? That's question number 3 in general knowledge. And then moving on to the last question in general knowledge. It's a multi-answer question, so get your thinking hats on ASAP. Name me, this should be an easy one for you. Name me the 5 senses of the human body. Yeah. Name the 5 senses of the human body. Yeah. Boo-doo boop, boo-doo boop. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and we're done. That was the end of general knowledge. We're moving on to the last category of the quiz. It's sport and movies. Question number 1 in sport and movies. In ice hockey, you do not play with the ball. You do not play with the ball in ice hockey. That wasn't really ice hockey, but anyway. What do you play with? What's the name? What do you play with? You do not play with a ball in ice hockey. What do you play with? That's question number 1. Moving on to question number 2. In sport, it's the last multi-answer question of the quiz. Name me 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Name me 4 sports that start with letter T. T for Tommy. We all love a multi-answer question, don't we? Yeah. 4 sports that start with the letter T for Tommy. There are more, but name me 4. Good luck. Yeah. Moving on to question number 3. Which actor starred in the Transporter trilogy? Which actor, heartthrob, as my wife says, stars in the action / thrillers, the Transporter trilogy? So there's 3 films. Who is that main actor in the films The Transporter? He starred in all 3. What's his name? Moving on to the last let's start again. Moving on to the last question of sport and movies. What is the name of the... It's a Disney question, by the way, Disney. If you haven't followed the channel and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now, and you should know that the last question is always Disney. Question 4, sport and movies. What is the name of the villain in Aladdin? Okay, what is the name of the villain in the amazing film Aladdin? He was the Sultan's most trusted advisor. What is the name of the villain in Aladdin? And then there is one more question that I have for you guys. What is it? It's the guesstimate round. Ronaldo, the footballer. Ronaldo, the footballer from Portugal, not the legend from Brazil, but Ronaldo, the footballer who's still playing football right now. Ronaldo, how old is he? What's his age? And also Jennifer Aniston, who played Rachel in Friends. Jennifer Aniston, Rachel in Friends, what's her age? Ronaldo's age, Jennifer Aniston's age. Mix it together. What's that number? That's the guesstimate round. That's the question. That's the end of the quiz. Spoiler alert, we're going to go through the questions. Here we go, all the way back to geography. Question number 1. What continent has the most countries in it? It's 57 countries. It's Africa. Question number 2. What is the only country that you find pandas living in the wild? In the wild, it's China. Question number 3. What's the largest city in Brazil? Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro? It's Sao Paulo. 12.1 million people. Big shout out to Gustavo Bagattini. Geography. Name me 3 countries in Europe that start with the letter M. Macedonia, Montenegro, Monaco's a country, Malta, and Moldova. I think that's 5. Yeah, I think 5. There may be more. Maybe there's some people that know more. Maybe Lindsay could tell me. And then spelling time. The word diarrhea. D for dog. I for India. A for Alpha. R for Romeo. R again for Romeo. H for Harry. E for Echo. And A for Alpha. Imagine that. That's how you spell diarrhea. Who got it right? General knowledge. How many strings does a standard violin have? It's 4. 4 strings in a standard violin. In a pack of cards, which king does not have a beard? It's the king of hearts. He doesn't have a beard. Fancy that. And I bet there's going to be a few people going to now check in a pack of cards. Question number 3 in general knowledge. How many legs does a butterfly have? It's 6. 6 legs a butterfly has. And question number 4 in general knowledge. Name me the 5 senses of the human body. It's sight, it's hearing, it's smell, taste, and touch. Those are the 5 senses of the human body. The last category of the quiz before I let you people go. Ice hockey. You do not play with a ball. You play with a puck. Hockey puck. P-U-C-K. Hockey puck is the answer. 4 sports starting with T. You could have had tennis, table tennis, track and field. Yeah, we'll allow that one. 10-pin bowling. Trapeze, tobogganing, and taekwondo. Yeah. Okay. Maybe there's more. Let me know in the comments. Which actor starred in the Transporter trilogies? It's Jason Statham, the heartthrob apparently. And very lastly, the last question of the quiz. What is the name of the villain in Aladdin? It is Jafar. Jafar. How did you do, guys? Let me know. Subscribe to the channel. Very lastly, it's a guesstimate round. Ronaldo, his age. Jennifer Aniston's age, Jennifer, Rachel in Friends, aka Rachel in Friends. What's that age together? And also, to make it a bit easier, if you can get within the closest 5 years, I'll still give you the points, okay? So if you can get within the closest 5 years, I'll give you the points. The answer is 86, because Ronaldo's 35 and Jennifer Aniston is 51. Once again, if you want my services, I am free, I'm available. Let's get quizzing, let's get quizzical. It's a fun quiz, it's not mastermind. Stay safe, stay happy, stay positive. Speak to you soon. All the best. Ciao for now.